Jai Jinendra, Namaste. My name is Sayyam Jain. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve the 10th problem of the problem solving series that is based on arrays. So the difficulty level for this question is medium, and this question has been asked in Adobe and Amazon and many other companies. So Pascal's triangle. This is a pattern based question. So this is a kind of Pascal's triangle. This is a Pascal's triangle only with 6 rows. So we'll be given the number of rows, and we need to print the Pascal's triangle till the row which it is given. So how do we print this? I believe that you would have solved pattern-based questions like print the pattern 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So those kinds of pattern you need to identify how the numbers have come. So for example 1, 1, 2, 3, we can see that the numbers are increasing. 1, first we'll print 1, then we'll print 1, 2. We'll keep on increasing. So we'll use nested loop and we'll print it. Similarly, we need to identify the pattern. How, why this number is 2, how this 2 has come, how this 3 has come, how this 6 has come, why starting with 1 and ending with 1. So we need to identify these patterns, and we need to code it, and we need to make the logic such that those patterns are coming every time in our code. So what is the thing that you can observe here? The first thing we can observe that every number is starting with 1, right? What is the second thing? Every number is ending with 1 as well. So this is confirmed that whenever we are printing the row, we'll start it with 1 and we'll end it with 1. What is the next thing you can observe? We can also observe one thing, that if we consider it as a row, and this is suppose the first row and the first column, and this is the first row and first column, this is second row, first column, second row, second column, right? Isn't this 1, we can represent it as 1C0. What is C? Combination, permutation and combination, binomial coefficient, right? So what is the value of 1C0? What is NCR? NCR is n factorial by n minus r factorial, right? We have learned this in class 12th mathematics, permutation and combination, or 11th. So we can, if we represent it as in this format, will this work for all the numbers? What would be this? 2C0. What is 2C0? 2C0 is 1. But what is 2C1? 2C1 is 2. It doesn't work like this. But if we start it with 0, then this is 1C0. And then it is 1C1. Then it's working. Will it work for this also? Let's see. This is 2, 2C0, 2C1, 2C1 is 2, 2C2 is 1. So every time whenever this is NCN or NC0, it is 1. So this form it would be, every time it would be right, 3C0, 4C0 and 5C0, and this will also be right, 5C5, 4C4, 3C3. Now let's check for this one. What would be this one? 3C1. What is 3C1? 3C1 is 3. 3 factorial by 2 factorial into 1 factorial, right? So what is this? This is 4th row and 0, 1, 2, 2 columns. So 4C2. 4C2 is 6. What is this one? This is 5th row and 0, 1, 2, 3. 5C3. What is 5C3? 5 factorial by 2 factorial, 3 factorial, right? 4 into 5, 20, 20 by 2, 10. So this is working. So we can calculate all the elements, as the binomial coefficient. So how will we code this? We can have a nested loop, and our loop would be running from say for I equal to 0 to n, and for j is equal to 0 to I, because every element in every row, the number of elements is equal to the number of row, right? the first row, so one element. In the second row, two elements. In third row, three elements. That is also one of the observation. Fourth row, four elements. So we are printing. We'll be printing all the elements here in the inside, right? So j is will be equal to 0 to I, and we will see out the binomial coefficient function. We will be sending I comma j, and this will be printing. We will be implementing NCR logic, right? And what would be the time complexity? Nested loops order of n square, and calculating this binomial coefficient n factorial n minus r, this NCR formula, this should take order of n. So n square into n is n cube. So with this binomial coefficient, if we solve this, it would be in order of n cube time complexity. Isn't it too much? We need to optimize this. Do we have a better observation? This 1 plus 1 is 2, right? This 1 plus 2 is also 3. This 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. What do we observe? 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. What we see that in any rows, the middle elements, the first and the last element is always 1. The middle element is the sum of the previous rows, same column, and the previous column, right? Yes, 6 plus 4, 10. So we got these three observations that elements start with 1 and ends with 1. The number of elements in any row is equal to the row in which we are there, and the middle and the other elements are just the sum of the previous rows, same column and the previous column. So let's do it. Let's do the pseudo code, and we will store these elements in, say, we can store it or we can print it directly also. Since it is void, let's store it. So we could have taken a vector also, but it's fine, just for better declaration. We will run this I equal to 0 to n minus 1 here, because we are taking 0 based indexing, and for j it would be 0 to I. Number of elements in the row is equal to the row in which we are there, and we will have if j is equal to 0, because we will be always starting with 0 to I, and or j is equal to I, the last element of the row, then we can tell that array of ij is equal to 1. Else array of ij would be the previous rows I minus 1, j minus 1, same previous column, previous rows, the column next to the current column, j minus 1 plus we are taking our error, right? Error I minus 1 j, right? This would be the logic, and we'll close this, and we can return array of ij, or we can just print it over here itself, right? See out array of ij, and we can have a space over here, and then we can close this, and we will just print the end of the line, and we can close this group also, and we can, it's already closed. So the link to the question has been given in the description. Please try it yourself, and let's go to the code walkthrough section. Here is the code walkthrough of the 10th question, the Pascal's triangle, and we don't need to print it, we need to return the vector in this order. It should print like this. So we have taken a vector of vector, since the 2D array, and we have taken a vector, and we'll be calculating we'll be getting the line, consider it as a line, so we'll be getting the line every time in this second loop, and then we'll be pushing this vector to the 2D vector, and then we'll make it as 0. So here's the logic where we are making the first element and the last element as 1, and if they are not the first and the last element, we take it from the previous column rows, same column and the previous column, same column and the previous column as the sum, and then we push it to the temporary vector, and then we push this vector, temporary vector, to the 2D vector, and then we clear it. So let's run it. So it's working fine for both the test cases. Let's submit it. The time complexity as discussed is order of n square, and let me know in the comment section how was the explanation, and let's see, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be explaining the question number 11th of the problem solving series. Jai Jinendra.